Right, I'll start by saying good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. First of all, really excited. We are again on track for yet another best month in business. Hoping to hear some stories at the end. So well done, everybody. On that one, it's looking absolutely phenomenal, looking absolutely amazing. And tonight, what I thought, we've been covering a lot about Christmas and retail and sponsoring over Christmas, but tonight what I thought we'd do is go back to a little bit of the basics for sponsoring, and triggered by a wee Zoom I had by with Lisa and Kevin the other night. I thought that might be a good time to talk about Facebook. But what I'm going to cover, oops, I nearly stopped my recording. Let me just get my share screen. This is a wee training I did a few months ago, and I went through it to make sure it was still current. Because as we all know, Facebook is ever changing. Can you see that screen? Because I don't see the video. I usually see you guys. Can everybody see? Yeah, it's going slow. This laptop. Can everybody see the screen okay? Yeah, from the beginning. I did this a few months ago. It might even be actually a year ago. I don't know. I was going to a meeting and I couldn't get to it because I had an accident on the road going down. But because of the lockdown, there's Ingrid coming on, Mary. Because of the lockdown, I've lost all perception of time. So this Facebook, I decided that I should really change the name. I think the reason I called it the challenge is maybe if you go back to 8-10 months ago when I was put this together, we were finding that sometimes new people to Facebook, or if you just got started, they do find it a bit of a challenge, because selling on Facebook, team building on Facebook, it does take time to build. So I'm trying to admit Ingrid into the room here. I'll edit the recording. Don't know if you can see if she's joined. Can anybody check that she's got in, because she's brand new, just joined today. Don't want to. Ingrid, did you manage to get on? Let's just scroll through. I can always edit. Ingrid's on. Great, Ingrid. Welcome to the meeting. Good to see you. So if you're already, oops, I've got to keep admitting people. I do apologise, and it is Zoom. It's changed the rules on that. So you may get the odd interruption with me admitting people to meetings. So I'll start again. The Facebook, I'm going to change it to the 21-day guide, right? Because that's what I believe it really is. And so if you're already proactive and doing fantastic on Facebook, I'm going to hear from you at the end. Unprompted, I've not told you that. If you're new to Facebook, or you're brand new to the business, or if you're new to teaching it, this is a really important part, because this is really good guide to help you to teach your new people through the Facebook, the type of things that you're going to go through, hopefully the target being within 21 days. So to start off with, it does start off really basic. First slide always sticks. So brand new people, I always recommend the start to add themselves to buy and sell groups straight away. Do that as soon as they get started. Don't add yourself to hundreds, just add a few, maybe another couple later on in the evening, and then add some the next day. It's done. As I'm going to explain throughout this, everything with Facebook has to be spaced out. As in, if you do 100 adverts all at once, Facebook may consider you to be spamming. So you have to build that up. Learn how to edit your photographs for Facebook. Now that isn't the same as what it would have been 6 months ago, because Facebook Their rules change all the time, what they accept all the time. And the main thing here is always, 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 if you're taking a photograph from, say, the photo groups, from the VivaMK site, always just make it, and somebody's wanting into the room, always make it personal to you. Either snip it and save it, or use an app. I use Pic Collage, and all I do is save the photograph and upload it onto Pic Collage. You can add things there if you want, or you can just let the photograph stand alone. But the important part is the photographs need to be individual to you, because the way Facebook and the computers work is, if they're not, the Facebook algorithms can track that photograph all the way back to source. And these type of things can lead to little restrictions. So now that you know how to edit your photographs and you're joining the groups, the first thing you really want to get going right away is your own Facebook selling group. Now, I will say there are training videos on every step of this that I'm going through tonight. So if you're just brand new and getting started, or you're teaching somebody to get started, you want to put in at least 20 products with descriptions, etc., before you start to invite anybody into that group. And the example I like to use is, you wouldn't invite people into a shop, a normal conventional shop, before you got the stock in place. You would get the stock in place, then you would open the doors. So exactly the same when you're teaching somebody how to get their own shop. They want products, and that's why I say at least 20. So when they invite people in, they've got some products to look at. The next step would be to invite all the friends that they have on Facebook. Now, I know some people have thousands. The average person probably has 200 or 300, although, you know, I'm noticing the average figure is up a bit higher as well. You're not going to know all of them personally. So we do recommend that you start with inviting all your friends on Facebook that you know personally. Even if it was 30 years ago and they were at school with you, as long as they know you, recognise you, you want to invite them in. But eventually, over a period of time, you're going to invite everybody into your group. But as you can see at the bottom there, space things out. Now, that's just the way that Facebook works, and there is a video that'll explain to you how Facebook works. But as long as you recognise that you can't go and do loads and loads and loads, you have to space everything out over a week, 2. And as you can see, this is another reason why it's called the 21-day challenge. I just don't like the word challenge anymore. But 6, right, start with people that you know outside Facebook. You're inviting people. The inviting people into your group is going to be an ongoing process, especially if you have thousands of friends. And because you have to space it out, although in your own group, you can invite quite a lot of people in without having any problems there, but we just recommend to space it out. So it's going to take a while to get everybody into that group. Not everybody will join. But what we do recommend are the people that you know outside Facebook. So they're Facebook friends, but you know them personally, or work with them, went to school with them. Send them a wee message, just introducing them to what you're all about. This is, hi, Jean. I used to say Mary. Hi, Jean. You know, obviously a little bit of chit chat. COVID seems to take the top of the talking list at the moment. Hope your family's well, etc. I just thought I would let you see my little group. I'd be interested to know what you think about it. I've just started my own wee business. I'm ad-libbing here. You know, you just talk naturally, but what you want to do is introduce them to your group, the products, and the fact that this is an income opportunity. It's a little business. You've just got started. And, you know, please, if you know anybody who would be interested in, you know, work from Facebook business, work from home business, whatever you want to say it as. But this is really, really important. Once you set up your group, it's the consistency and momentum that you need to keep going with that group. Is just keep adding at least 6 to 10 new products into your group daily. And again, there's other things that will add to that, but in the short term, you want to be adding products in, a new person adding products in every day. So your new the people that you're adding into the group and the people who have joined your group are getting to start to see more of the range. And you can share all of these products that you put into your group as you're building your group up. You can share all of these products on the marketplace. If you, I would recommend, it's entirely up to you, but I would actually recommend that you set up your online shop as a buy and sell group. And that maybe recommends the wrong word. I prefer, because if it's a buy and sell group, I can post using the buy and sell facility. And I'm going to show you, if you're new, some visual, just a couple of visual aids to give you an idea. But if it's a buy and sell group, then you can post in a buy and sell rather than use discussion. And that allows you to share it to the marketplace app, which has proven to be really successful for us, along with a further 20 groups. Now, a little word of warning here, if you're new, please keep in contact with your sponsor, because if you're putting 20 products into your group and you do that over 2 or 3 days, you don't want to share all of them to a further 20 groups. Just do 2 or 3, share them to 20 groups. You can always go back later. Now, don't worry if you're new, if this doesn't make sense. Revisit this video and it'll all start to make sense as you go through these steps. So when you first start to put products in your own group, you can share them all in the marketplace and just share 2 or 3 to a further 20 groups. You can go back and share the rest later. Each product or sponsoring advert, and this is really, really important, because on the marketplace, this is a fabulous tool for our business, because each product or sponsoring advert that you put on the marketplace, share on the marketplace, can be renewed up to every 7 days, up to 5 times. So if you're putting products on there every single day, eventually after your first week, you'll be able to renew products every single day, or sponsoring. I do sneak some sponsoring adverts onto the marketplace. I did dig some out I can talk about them, and then the ones that worked, I dug some out, the ones that worked. But it's important to realise that that's a fabulous tool. So it's saving you a lot of time and energy being able to renew these every 7 days, up to 5 times. And then if you want to put the same product on again, just change it slightly so it looks like the advert is a completely new, different advert. Some visuals here. Oops, no, it's not. It must be next slide. Okay, did I repeat myself there? I think I've repeated myself there. Well, repetition's the mother of success. Yeah, sorry about that, folks, but I think what's happened here is I should have deleted something out there. But the only bit that's important there is eventually you'll be able to share all of your products that you put. So if you're posting products, but you don't want to go spamming, put 10 products into your shop and you don't want to put them on 20 groups times 10 at the same time, you can go back at a later date and do it. And I'll show you that. That's what I'm going to show you. Hopefully this will be a visual aid. So what that aid is showing you there is renew post. So if you go to your marketplace on your phone or on your laptop, it'll show you a list of all your products that you've posted, and you just need to open it up and click renew. Another thing there is, I think on the next slide, here it is. Let's move the camera. I don't know if the camera's in blocking your view to this ceramic oil burners here. What you can see there, that's one. This is an example of what I was talking about earlier, that you don't want to, every product you put in your group, you don't want to necessarily share to 20 groups at that moment in time. But what you can do is you can go back to it. There's a listing, ceramic oil burners, and I just listed it in one place, which would have been one group. So now what I can do is click the three little dots where it says more, and you can then go and share it to another 20 groups. So you can do all of that at a later date. The thing to remember about Facebook is it's a social site. Try to get the video back to where it started. It's a social site, and they just have rules that they want us to abide by, so that people who are there for social are not being spammed. So everything's spaced out. But the good news is it does work. It builds up momentum, and eventually you will gain from what is called the compound effect. Now, what the compound effect is in easy talking languages, if you post 20 products every single day for a month, and in the Facebook groups, that's 20 times 30, which I think is 600. You now have 600 posts out there. And that's the compound effect. And the only time that will be a problem is if that product goes out of stock or we didn't have it anymore. Then you just take it away. But it's fabulous with every aspect, the compound effects there. Other things that not only help you sell products, they help you with interaction, which I'm going to explain later on, but they also help you to promote your business. And I know many of you are doing these successfully. But in the box demonstrations, when your products arrive, again, what I will say, and it'll probably come up later, is videos get more views on Facebook. That's Facebook, it tells you that. The way that they say it is videos get more interaction than just a photograph of a product, for example. But the little in your box demonstrations are helping your customers to get to know you here, and they're also helping your customers to see that lots of people do buy these products. Here's my order. This is what's arrived today. And always remember to tell the price of the product. Don't just show the product, just say this is this and this is how much it is. And always let them know, obviously, it may seem obvious that they can buy from you. That these are, if you want to buy it, just let me know. And always take the opportunity to let people know that you're looking for people. You might want to say to help with the Christmas rush. With the sales that are coming in at the moment, it's phenomenal. But always, every opportunity, let people know that you are looking for people. And this runs on to product demonstration videos. Now, what I will say is if you're brand new, you do not have to do live videos. These are things that we think helps to make Facebook tick. But if you're doing a product demonstration video, for example, or an in-the-box demonstration, if you're camera shy, you don't have to show your face. Many people just set the products up and all you see is their hand going through the products. You don't have to be worried if you're camera shy. If you show your face, brilliant, because obviously it helps to get the customer rapport and they get to know you as a person in that group, in your own group. But these demonstration videos can also be shared on other buy and sell groups. And it doesn't have to be demonstration videos. It can be sponsoring videos. But tonight, we're talking about the first 21 days, really, in your Facebook business. Product demonstration videos. If you're using someone else's videos, there's lots of videos in the groups that people have put there, in the photo groups, the Rhino group, the A-team, and everybody else who's got their team groups. There's lots of photographs and videos available to use. But again, it is back to make sure you make that original content. So it's really easy to do, and you'll be glad to know it's just a little app, and there's lots of trainings. It's just a little app called Facebook Friendly, where you can save any video. So maybe take a wee note of that Facebook friendly app. You can save any video to your phone or your laptop. Most people are using their phones now, any video, and then you can post that onto Facebook, into your own shop, into discussions on buy and sell groups as original content. It's really important to have that original content. So why not just buy a product and do a before and after demonstration? The one thing I've learned after many years in the business is if you're sold on the products, they're very, very easy to sell. So it's not just the demonstration to do a video before and after, here's how my oven looked, or here's how this looked, but it's also to sell you on the product. Because if you're sold on the product, your testimony is really powerful for selling and promoting the products. And if you're sold on the products, then your testimony is going to be really powerful for the opportunity that's available as well. The products are fantastic. They're second to none. There's a wide, massive range. You know, people just buy for the page. It really is a good way to get to know the products, but you can get sales from it by posting your little videos into your Facebook groups. Understand, I don't know, I think this possibly should have been number 1. But I do introduce this to a new person because I'm going to be bearing in mind that if you're working with a new person, that you're in constant communication. But as you can see, what I've been talking about, if you are new all the way through, I've been talking about pacing things out, you know, what Facebook expect, not to spam. So I think it's really important to just to learn not only, you know, how the interaction works, which is a completely different thing I'm going to talk about in a moment, but how the Facebook footprint works. Well, it's not a completely different thing. The interaction and the footprint go hand in hand, but I've got another topic on interaction. I should have said it like that. But learn how Facebook works. If you're wanting to be successful on Facebook, and hopefully at the end you'll hear some amazing success stories, then you need to learn how it works, because we can really do an awful lot in this business using Facebook alone, and there's lots of other stuff out there. So just watch how to create interaction video and how Facebook works. And here's just a little example. Facebook works on a footprint. So if you're doing a lot of activity, you know, commenting, liking on posts, then they're going to see you as very active. If you're doing very little and then just post adverts, then they're going to see you as a spammer. So you've got to create interaction on your Facebook to help. And that's why it's really important to watch that video, because it's hard to say it in brief in a very short training. But example, the more people who like and comment your posts, the more people who will see them in the feed, in the news feed. So if you've got people commenting on your posts or liking them, always respond to everything. Your own comments are vital as well. Not only does your own comments improve your footprint, like what Facebook loves, sorry, I can't actually see what I wrote there because of the camera. Encourages, I think is the word. Yeah, but encourages people to respond. And here's an example. Somebody likes your post, say thanks for the like. You know, you don't have to say anything fancy. I do have a script that I stick to. Some people like it, some people hate it. I have a wee script, thanks for the like. You know, if you'd like to buy it, please let me know. Here's my product group. But if you're commenting to people who are liking or loving or on your own posts that you put in your group, that is also going to help towards your interaction. But what you're really wanting is people to interact with you. So you want to do lots of things that will help people interact. So posts that maybe ask a question. Do you know what I mean? What colour is your Christmas tree was one of Kate's favourites. But also bear in mind that videos, according to Facebook, they get 3 times more interaction. And that's not my statistics, that's statistics that I've had through studying Facebook. Facebook watch parties, just another theme on the videos. Now, the reason I love the Facebook watch parties is because it's videos, it's work that you've already done. You've already done the video. You've either saved it or you've done your own video or an in the box demonstration or an opportunity presentation. Most videos, I've put any there, but there's the odd one that I can't share. I think it will depend on the groups. But most videos on Facebook can be replayed as what Facebook call a watch party. And all you have to do is click on watch party, and that video will play in your group, on your wall, on your page, wherever you have posted that video. You can go live, so you can put the video on and go live and talk to them about the products or whatever. I prefer not to do that, because if you go live, you actually have to pause the video because it keeps talking, can't stop it. But what you can do is, if you post a product demonstration video, for example, if people come in or like it, you can interact live, or you can just go and make the dinner and let the videos play. Here's an opportunity video playing here. There's a product video playing there. You can go back later and respond to any comments or likes that you might have. But that's a really, really valuable tool. And the reason I believe it's valuable is because this business is built with things that are working when we're not. And that's something that can be working when you're not working your business. I just said the example, you could be cooking a dinner, you could be taking the dog a walk. Just pop a video on a watch party and just play it. You can always go back later and see if anybody's commented or responded. The other thing I'll say, and it's really important to say this, in the early stages, especially in your first 21 days or 2 or 3 months, it does take time to get this interaction going in your business and in your groups. And it is by being consistent that you will start to find it it'll work. But make sure you listen to your sponsor and follow any tips and guides that they'll give you, because there's a lot to take in for the new people. People who are in the business already know this. And some people are doing it other ways, which I'm going to chat about at the end. The other thing, I've been talking about all the way through, but yes, sponsor on Facebook. There's lots and lots of opportunities to sponsor on Facebook. And Mary, who will tell us at the end, who's very good at sponsoring people from her selling group, has just sponsored a brand new person today. Ingrid, welcome to Viva MK and the A-Team Rhino group. Today from
it
her.
Wasn't Ingrid.
Was it not Ingrid? Sorry, Ingrid's new as well though, isn't she?
Ingrid is Louise's, I think.
Sorry, Louise. Sorry, Ingrid. Getting you put you in the wrong team. What was your girl's name, Mary?
It's Gina.
Gina. Sorry about that. But anybody that knows me by now, I use the blonde hair as an excuse. But Mary sponsored Gina from her group, so maybe she can tell us a wee bit then. Sorry about that wee faux pas. Anyone you come into contact with on Facebook is a potential prospect. It's what we would call, if we were talking to people, what we would call the 3-foot rule, which at the moment would be the 6-foot rule, which is literally just chatting to people about the business. Now, if you're new, that might seem really daunting, but these things are really quite easy and simple to do. Anyone you come into contact with on Facebook, whether they're asking about a product or any other interaction, at some point, ask, especially if it's a messenger message. I don't always do an interaction, oh, would you like to join the business? But do remember that is an opportunity. If you've had some chat going in your group or anybody else's group, buy and sell group, just click on the bottom. Oh, by the way, I meant to say I'm looking for people. You know, there is an opportunity at every corner. But if you're on a messenger message, always ask them. You can just say, I hope you don't mind me asking. We're looking for people to help with the Christmas rush. I don't suppose you know anybody who'd be interested in a part-time work from home business. Anything along these lines. Speak to your sponsor, and there is more here, but my laptop decided to go on a wee freeze. We've done that, but it went freeze. Where did we finish? It was there. Sorry about this, folks. There we are. Watch me. You just got a glance at the next few slides. Post sponsoring adverts on the marketplace. I will say some of them get rejected. You don't have to put them on the marketplace if you don't like the rejection. But the reason I continue to do it is because it helps me to keep up with what Facebook accept and what they don't accept. I just renewed some sponsoring adverts tonight that I posted earlier. And I usually disguise it with products. Stunning product range, lovely products. But post sponsoring adverts on Facebook Marketplace, and if not in the marketplace, use that facility on your buy and sell groups, because I find the buy and sell groups are where I get more leads from rather than work for home groups. But on the buy and sell groups, you still have that facility if you use a buy and sell post to put a sponsoring advert on there to share it to a further 20 groups. As I said there, you can see there some won't be approved, but there will still be, marketplace might say, oops, this doesn't meet our standards. It's never gave me a ban yet. But that advert still going into 20 groups. If you don't want to put it on the marketplace, still use that tool. You can untick marketplace and share it to 20 groups. You don't have to post on the marketplace. But to me, I like it because it lets me know what I can post on the marketplace regarding team building, because the marketplace, one, is very successful for many people, but two, it's also been very successful for the team building side. I personally find I get a good response to the marketplace. Not everybody does, but everybody's focus is on different things, and that's what we're going to chat about a bit at the end. But it is a fantastic tool for our business. And bear in mind, same with team building, sponsoring adverts, you can renew it every week up to 5 times. But also post income opportunity adverts using discussion posts. And I know many of you are already doing this. There's lots of places out there, business opportunities, work from home. Personally, I find that these groups are flooded by people that are looking to prospect you, to prospect. Whereas if you go into the buy and sell groups, 90% of the people are looking to buy and sell, and they just suddenly might see your little advert saying, who needs money for Christmas, or something similar. So post income opportunity adverts using discussion posts as well as the buy and sell. And remember that most groups, and you can just check and see, most groups do allow video adverts. Just go in the videos and you'll see somebody with the rug doctor, or, you know, so why not Blue Magic? Post product videos and income opportunity videos in the buy and sell groups. I think I've just repeated myself there, which is not uncommon for me. But most importantly, get to know your group members and let them get to know you over a period of time. And there's people on tonight who have done amazingly well with their online group. So just post personal posts, lifestyle posts, because the lifestyle posts you can, it could just be a picture of your garden. It could just be your garden and saying, this is my office today. That's lifestyle. We work from home. But as we know, in this business, it's the relationship side that gives us the continuity of continued sales. So just get people to get to know you through your group. Lifestyle, pets, anything. But do posts that require them to answer sometimes. These are called interactive posts. And I gave a slight example of that earlier with Kate's favourite one that got loads of comments was, what colour is your Christmas tree? My one that was the most successful for me was the favourite pet, cutest pet competition. But you want people to be interacting with you, because if they interact, more people will see in the notifications from your group. Do a Facebook party. We're nearly at 21. Do a Facebook party. Now, if you're brand new, you might be thinking, what the heck's that? You can, it's literally just, we call it a party, but you're just posting products into either your own group page. Well, most people, I do believe, do them on their groups. You can do it by creating an event. Or you can just say, I'm having a party on Friday, 8 o'clock, and here it is in my group, and you page your wall, etc. But I think the most successful ones, and you can correct me at the end if I'm wrong, you guys who are brilliant at these, are doing it as an event. But it just gives you an opportunity to showcase 10, 15 products, and it's all done with just photographs, videos, and some interaction. And there are training videos on that as well. And again, if you're a wee bit camera shy, especially if you're new, I wouldn't have dreamed of doing a live about 5 or 6 years ago. I still don't like going live, actually. I prefer videos, unless it's showing the products. You can do these events without going live, and we've got some superstars that are doing that one tonight. So hopefully we can have a wee chat about that at the end. Teach everyone in your team to do the same, and your business will explode. But a wee tip there is just to step outside Facebook. There are many other ways to sell and sponsor online, and creating a YouTube channel for your products and income opportunity is just one of them. There's loads and loads of different ways. We start with Facebook because probably most of the population are on it. It's fairly easy to use, but more importantly, we've got a proven track record of results from it, which is really good news. I don't think there's anything else. So I'll just stop the share and put it back on the gallery view. Taking a wee while. I've got you all muted. Sorry about this. I've stopped the share. You're all back. I'll unmute you now because if it allows me to, I'm the host participant. Just if you want to unmute yourselves, because some people have unmuted and some people have muted, so I can't do unmute all. Because I'm going to start with Louise, because you're very successful selling in your own group and teaching it as well. Is there anything you would like to, tips or advice you would like to give anybody on that side? Or just share your success, because not everybody knows.
I think, sorry, I'm absolutely shattered tonight.
Oh, sorry, I know
no, you're all right.
Forewarn folk.
No, I think I would just, apart from obviously, like I've said before, you know, about being consistent and all the rest of it, and just kind of run with it sort of thing. I think what I would say is, don't be scared to try new things in your group. Like, don't, like you just said there about, you know, get to know your group members and let them get to know you, you know, let your personal side come across and stuff, and that works really well. But don't just kind of stick to just standard posted photos and a wee bit of blurb posting photos, you know what I mean? Because people get bored with that if that's all they see. So mix it up by using videos. They don't have to be your own if you're not confident enough in doing that yet. Your demo videos go down an absolute treat, especially with the cleaning products and stuff, and there's loads of them out there. Your what's in the box, your interaction posts as well. I've just stuck one up tonight about how do you hold your mobile phone. You know,
say that a bit slower. What did you put up tonight?
I put up an interaction post that was how do you hold your mobile phone?
How do you hold
it like that? Do you text like that? Or, you know, just, and it's amazing the interaction just on that one wee post from people that, you know, I see names and I think, God, you've never commented or things like that, but they get involved in an interaction post, and in that way they're starting to see your post in your group. Because if somebody is not active in your group, as in not liking your post or commenting, then we all know Facebook can sort of limit what it shows them and hide them for stuff. So an interaction post is a good way to combat that with your group members, especially if your group's gone a wee bit quiet. But yeah, I would just say, you know, just keep kind of pushing your boundaries, keep pushing yourself out your comfort zone, because anything goes. Anything, you know, don't be frightened to try.
I don't think anything goes to a load of VMK people.
Because, you know, if you do something in your group and it doesn't work, then at least you've tried it. Do you know what I mean? You've tried it, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, Kate and I were talking last night about like raffles, for example, and sometimes they're a hit or a miss and things like that. But especially if your group's not used to them, certain offers you can think is an excellent offer, and you can put it up, and then you get one bit of interest in it. Do you know what I mean? So don't let these things put you off, because it's trial and error, and it's how they learn, and just go for it, really.
So question, you do get posts then that don't work for you as well?
Oh yes.
I think that's a good thing to point out, actually, because for people who are new or don't know, Louise, tell people what you personally sold on, and I'm thinking most of it was Facebook last period, for example.
Just over £1,500.
£1,500 on Facebook, mainly of your own group.
Yeah, It's all from my own group, apart from I think about 10 catalogues that go out to my mum's neighbours. I don't really do marketplace. I don't post and buy and sell groups anymore. It's all just my own group.
Which is the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate goal, but we have to build up that group. And Louise, actually, that just reminds me, maybe that retraining when you were a wee bit ill that night, maybe we could book you in to do that retraining that you were going to do on the group interaction, because ultimately we look at the online side, a bit like the catalogue side, we do lots and lots of blanket drop in the catalogues to build up that customer base, and eventually we only go to customer base and blanket drop intermittently. That's exactly the same I see with Facebook. The goal is to eventually get all your sales for your own group, and you're still going to be doing the blanket dropping intermittently or a lot, depending on how many sales you get for your own group. Mary, I can see your wee face, so you could unmute yourself. Sorry, Ingrid. Hi. Can I just say hi, Ingrid, first? Hi, Ingrid.
Hiya.
I know you're new, and I got you muddled up with another new girl. I do apologise.
That's okay.
Welcome to the meeting. You'll soon see that I make the odd wee mistake.
Thank you.
Occasionally. Mary, your new girl today, you said she came from your Facebook group. That was perfect timing for that training tonight. Thank you for doing that for me. I just put it to the universe, Mary. And before Mary explains that, Mary does speak to everybody. So maybe for the benefit of people that don't know what you do, but you do speak to people when you bring them into your group, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do, yeah. And the last lady that came in as well, Kerry, she was also through my group. And the reason I found her first eventually because I was selling some clothes for my sister, and she bought some clothes for me. Then she joined my group, and then she says, what is all this about? And I'm needing some more money. So she came to me through that. Today, Gina joined my group this morning and then sent me a post and said, what's this about? So then I sent her the link and spoke to her about it, and she joined up this afternoon. So yeah, it's all through the group. Selling through the group is not as good as Louise at all, but mine is mostly for marketplace or other groups, but still getting the sales and still doing it all. So yeah, it's worth it. Just keep at it every day.
That's fantastic. Quick question then, when you say they're looking at your group and they're coming back and saying, what is this all about? Or is there something that you're putting in your group that would prompt them to ask that question, or you just been lucky?
Well, the picture at the top is Viva MK and looking, you know, are you looking for work? And that's the main picture on my page. So they just click on that and send it back to me and said, tell me more.
Your cover photograph.
Yeah.
In your group. Just
Yep.
at 6. So that's good to know. Your cover photograph in your group, mine's is getting changed instantaneously after this meeting to have the
It's on all the groups I'm admin on. It's the same cover photo. It's on them as well, so it's out there.
So that's 2
Other
people
groups.
approached you.
Mhm.
But I do know that Mary does ask people when they join her group. She does tell them about the opportunity, and she's got a proven track record of people joining from joining her group. So well done, Mary.
Yeah.
Well done. Owen's a wee bit shy, but he might. Is he there or is he gone? Because I can't. There's
No,
Owen.
he's still there.
Is he prepping?
He's prepping something.
Is there anything you want to add? I know Owen's very new. He's only been here. Actually, you're not going to be new for much longer. How long have you been in the business now, Owen?
5 months, is it 5.5, 6? I've lost track.
It's not much longer than that. I'd be lucky if it's, I'd say about 5. Louise or somebody else might know the answer to that. You do, I know you do catalogues. Oh, you've just moved. You've moved in the bottom. Oh, his videos went. Have I scared you away, Owen?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you fine, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you do catalogues as well, and you do a lot of stuff in your community, but I know you do sell online as well. Do you know what part of your sales are coming for your online side, or have you never?
Probably 90%, but it's also people in my Facebook group request catalogues, so they would see something like in my group, and then they'll say, actually, when I deliver them, I give them a catalogue. So I suppose it's all 90% online.
Right. So so then it's 90% generated online, but you expand it, which is actually a really, really, really good point that we take for granted. But if you're new watching this, if you're selling anything online, make sure you give them a catalogue. And maybe Louise will know better than that, but you have sold probably in the region, I'm going to hazard a guess of at least 6,000 since you joined, at least. 5 months at 1,000 and you're...
Yeah, it was 6,000 when we got that email.
What was it, sorry?
I think it was 6,500 when we got the email for the yearly thing. And then I think I'd done 2,000 after that, so it'll be 8.5. I think I'm right. At least
8,500.
Yeah.
8,500 and just under 5 or 5.5 periods. It's not much longer than that. Joined probably just as we're starting to come out a wee bit lockdown. Well done, Owen, actually. He's quite shy at first, but now he's getting used to us, and it's great to hear you sharing that. Hi, Mike. Good to see you on tonight. I never said hi to you. Don't know if you can hear me or no. Anybody else got a story they would like to share or anything they want to ask about the online side, the offline side, anything at all? You're not allowed to do silence because you know how that stresses me. Come on. There's loads of amazing results out there. Just everybody's getting so blasé. Nothing?
Can I just point out
Yes,
something?
thank you for rescuing me, Kate.
That's okay. No, I just want to while we've got Owen in the spotlight, I would just like to say that uniquely Owen's group, as far as I know, seems to be made up mostly of people that he knows personally, people from his community, people who are on his Facebook friends, and that, you know, that is a really important thing as well, that, you know, if you have as many of your Facebook friends as possible on your group as well, they already know you, so they trust you, they're happy to deal with you and everything. And I think I'm right in saying Owen's group isn't yet a massive group, but he's getting great interaction from it. He's getting comments on every post that he puts on it because he knows the people, he has a laugh with them, he has a wee bit of fun, and he'll openly say, I'll be round with your order on Wednesday and stuff like that. And people know that he's seeing what they're responding to as well. So I think that's quite unique as well. It's social media and he's using it socially, and I think that's a really, really great point.
That's a good point, Kate. And the thing I would say is your friends, if again, your friends, if it doesn't matter if you've been in the business a week, a year, or 20 years, whatever, your friends are always willing to help you out. If you say to your friends, do me a wee favour, like some products in my group, or like some when I'm talking about the income opportunity, whatever, just give me some interaction. Your friends will be happy to assist. And that's why if you're my friend and I know that you're just liking the product to like it, I will still say thank you, Kate Forbes, for the like. Just to get that interaction, just to get other people seeing it and stuff like that. Oh, somebody, I need a lot of help. Please help me. Kate, Robert will help you. Kate will be happy to help you with the
Absolutely.
online. Absolutely. It's an ongoing thing, Robert. So we'll start at the very beginning. And on these Zooms, you will see trainings on like setting up your group and things like that. Anybody else got anything they want to share?
Can I just say well done to Ingrid, actually, because Ingrid lives up in Orkney. And I asked her the other night how big Orkney was, and she was going on about driving to one end to the other. And then I actually Googled it, Ingrid, believe it or not, 17 miles, like across the way. So Ingrid's gone out with catalogues, and she's done a few different drops around about her shifts at work. She does some really long sleepover shifts and stuff. So she's been picking them up in batches this week, haven't you?
Yeah.
And she's had quite a few orders from her very first blanket drop.
Brilliant. Well done.
9, including what's come back today.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Well done, Ingrid.
Can
I
you
do
remember?
love the little islands. I love
I
the little
know.
islands. The blanket drops are usually quite fruitful in Ingrid.
Yeah, it's a fair distance. I did a drive today. I tried to do a wee video yesterday for fun, and the thing fell off the windscreen halfway through. So I had another go today when I was going in the other direction. I just need to figure out how to edit it now. It was a bucketing day of rain. I got absolutely soaked. I only got 12 books back out of the 25, but I had 2 orders in it, so it was really good.
Excellent. You'll probably get the other books back, but you might have a telephone system rather than driving 17 miles.
Well, I work out that end, so it's not too bad. I kind of dropped them off.
Well, that's not too
when I was
bad.
at work, so it kind of halves it a little bit.
Oh, well done.
Really enjoying it so far. I must admit, I'm finding the kind of online work really hard work. I'm very much a face-to-face person, so I'm enjoying getting out. I was speaking to a lovely lady who's ordered some face masks because she's going in to get a hip operation, and she was telling me all about this, and we were chatting away, and she's really nice. And yeah, just a few different stories from people that, you know, maybe forgotten to put the book out, and you're having to knock on the door and say, oh, can I have them back, please?
But that's good though, because it gives you face-to-face contact, and it's building up a relationship. They've seen your face,
Yeah.
and then when you go back, oh, there's that girl again, and then they'll get stronger.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
Well
In
done.
Orkney, it's such a small community that, you know, if something, you know, if you get a bad reputation, it'll spread like wildfire. So it is really important to kind of keep that positive interactions with folk and keep a pretty good
Plus in a rural situation as well, a product range like we've got might be quite difficult for people to get hold of.
Yeah.
But you know,
We
in
don't
the
have many
traditional sense,
shops.
going to the shops and stuff. So yeah, we've got some items in the catalogue that are you know, not necessarily widely available. So you know, people like that. They like getting it delivered as well, which is great. So yeah.
You remember a guy called Ewan? Remember Ewan, young Ewan, who wanted to join Clunies when he was 16. He moved up. He moved away up to one of the wee islands once. And
Jennings.
I don't know what his second name was.
I knew him. My old job, he was one of my clients that I delivered training to in my old job, and he used to go around doing them.
That's amazing. Well, he used to get £5 a book on a blanket drop up in the islands. Look forward to getting good results. But the online side, what I will say is, you can't beat face-to-face. You cannot beat face-to-face. You cannot beat, we were talking about that in the Zoom the other night, you cannot beat even speaking on the phone. However, what we have found, you know, because previous to Viva MK, we were in another catalogue business, and what we have found is there's an equal opportunity online. There's an equal opportunity online, and you know, some people choose just to do it one way, some people choose to do it another. The most success would be, I say, to do both. You know, just take the online a little step at a time. Louise is one of the top online sellers, so you've got a good mentor there, a good coach on the online side there. And just take it a bit at a time. But I don't know, I'm sure everybody in here will agree with me that you can't beat face to face.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely that kind of person.
Face
But
to face.
I'm keeping at.
But the online side's a gold nugget. It's, you know, you heard there, Louise 1600, Owen 8,500 since he joined 5 months ago. So there's a massive opportunity with both. And maybe actually, since Ingrid is new, maybe we could share some retails. Now, I'm not looking for massive retailers here, but I think it would be a good idea at the end if everybody could just say, this is the retail I do. And their amount, who will I start with? There's some people do massive catalogue retail, Ingrid, because that's what they want to do, but they're at the top left-hand corner who I'm going to start with. Amanda and Nigel, if you could just unmute yourself and say what you we'll go for what the retail was in period 11, because this is, no, 10. This is 11, isn't it? Help me here, guys. I love the periods, but I keep forgetting which one's which. Nigel and Amanda, last period?
Last period was 3,200 and I can't remember the other little bit.
Can't remember the odds. Well done. And just while we have you on tonight, Amanda's brother has joined the business, Jerome, and Jerome is already on star 500. Is that correct?
Excellent.
Brilliant.
So in his absence, tell him congratulations on his first 2 weeks in the business. I know you might watch this wee video later. So well done, Jerome, if you're watching the video. Well done, guys. Kevin and Lisa, you've star 500 this last period. Unmute yourself. Just, hi.
I'll have to say, we never look at what we do. We never ever, I told you before, we never ever look at our figures. Ever. It's no religion with us. We never watch our figures. Never have done. Just over 600, I think. Yeah. Even when we were clean easy, we were doing like 12 grand. We never ever looked at it. I had no interest other than knowing I go out, I do it, I come back, that's all I need to know. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I know it doesn't make sense to anybody else, does it?
It broke up a wee bit there, but I know you were well over 600 last period. You were aiming for the star 500. You broke that one, so well done, because this is the first time you've been on it. I never recognised that level. So well done on that, guys.
I think we've done it for the last 5 years.
Sorry?
We don't monitor.
We don't monitor it.
We don't monitor it.
I get what I get, and that's it.
But you are targeting
I'm
now.
still that about it.
They are targeting now, because like I knew there was something I meant to add in my last slide, and it was the VP challenge, which was a great idea. Well done on that idea. But that's a good challenge, because that's the minimum of 500 to qualify for that.
Yeah.
So
we have to qualify for it, because we told Michael the idea. We've been working there a couple of months. And I said, unless we qualify, we're going to look like right idiots.
Yes.
How can we think of it?
If we thought of it, we've got to do it.
Well, we're little idiots.
I'm so glad you put that target in place. Now you have to monitor them.
I've got to monitor it. I know. I said next week.
Lisa will monitor it.
I'll monitor it. No, we're going to have to do it. As of next week, we're going to have to.
We have to have a look now, aren't we? We're going to have to do it properly.
Yeah, I know.
We have to take this business seriously.
We will, but no, we
First
are
time
next
ever.
month. No, we're going to have to do next month, because we have to. I'm going to look.
You will.
We're looking at it anyway.
Failure is not an option. Well done, right, in your star 500. Louise, you got your figure for last period was 1,500 and something, I think you said. Is that right?
Yeah.
Frank? Just thought I'd finish on some stories.
Right. Well, I can't remember the exact figure, but I'm always normally around about 1,000.
I know.
But I've had a good few days. I've done about 700 in the last 4 days.
Woo!
Of which of which 120 was online.
Yay!
Yay!
That's it.
Well done, Frank. I love to hear the now stories, you know, that's brilliant. Frank consistently does his
what-
1,000.
One thing I have done, everybody's been talking about doing extras and blanket drops and that on last week. What I've been doing when I've been doing my regulars is going back to people that may have been on my list, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's generated £115 of orders.
Wow.
Just
So
from
if anybody,
just maybe, you know, it's maybe sometimes just about 10 extra catalogues when you're in an area, the people
Yep.
that
that
previously
used
did
to
buy.
buy.
Yep.
So for the people who used to have a list and they all stopped buying first, or a lot of them stopped buying first from the Viva MK as we built up our brand, revisit them because they're starting to buy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, we've been talking about sponsoring tonight. Also revisit prospects because you know not everybody. You know, we started Viva MK brand new from scratch 2 years ago, past July, and then it started again. You know, really from scratch last August, September, and you know it's taken time to get it to the phenomenal level it's at just now. But in business terms, a year to be getting these results are phenomenal. But now with the product range that we've got, loads of people coming back, not just customers, but also people who maybe were there in the beginning and should have waited to see it all coming together. Well done, Frank. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Jeff, how are you? You did your star 500 last period as well. Tell
Yes,
us what
I
you
did.
Well done.
I've been busy blanket dropping. Results haven't been as dynamic as last time. I'm not picking up as many new customers, but I'm going second time round. So yeah, I'm still doing about 100 3 times a week, 100 catalogues 3 times a week.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Well, you know, Jeff, you know that you're going to have good days, bad days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all part and parcel it. But what you end up last period was, do you know your figure roughly?
It was just over the 500. I think it's 508.
Well done, because that was a target you were aiming for. So well
Yeah.
done.
Thank you.
Well done. And me, Claire Mayer, you're the person I can see your wee lovely face. I know you hit star 1000 last
Yes, I
period.
did.
Well done.
Yes.
So what
Thank you.
how did you do that last month? Was that over? Where's your figure
Online.
first? What was your, what was your
My figure was 1,117.
That
Fantastic.
was all online.
Yes, I've put a few catalogues out, and always when I'm taking order back, I always put catalogues in the bag and stuff. But mostly it's online marketplace, just the buy and sell groups, etc. But
Well done, Claire. That's phenomenal. This is the target I'm wanting to aim for. That we all eventually, if we can just get a wee online customer base that gives us 1,000 and a catalogue customer base with 1,000, and then teach each other to do the same, we'll have a phenomenal business. Well done. Well done. Mary, quite contrary. I know you were star 1000, but you had a wee team member kicked in a wee bit as well.
I did, yes. My team member did kick in. I think I was about 600-700.
600 or 700.
Yeah.
Well done. Somebody
I've
else.
had not a bad couple of weeks. I've lost 2 customers a day, but I've also gained another 2, so that's fine.
Oh, I hope you've not lost them to being like deceased.
No, no. Most of my customers are old dears anyway, bless them. So they come and go, but there was 2 come online and just bought something off me, and they're in the area I go to. So of course, next time I'm in the area, they're getting a catalogue. Yeah, they're happy with that. So. Yeah.
Well done, Mary. Kate.
Hello.
Hello.
Our retail figure for period 10 was accidental. Because
Accidental.
at this time of year,
high, folks. Just
at this time of year, we're generally doing maybe about 1,500, 2,000 a period. In period 10, it was 3,100. Much to our absolute amazement, which was just, our customers told us before the Christmas catalogue came out that they were waiting for the Christmas catalogue because they didn't want to be in the shops So they don't want to be going out buying things like Christmas cards and stocking fillers and toys for the wee ones and stuff like that, if they can buy at home, safely at home. And that's what they told us they wanted to do, and that's what they did do. And really, it's just down to spending time chatting to them. We've had a customer base for a long time and know the customers very, very well. And they want to stand in the doorstep and chat about what's going on in the world, because a lot of them haven't been out in the world really for months at the moment. So it's just a case of passing the time of day with them, offering to bring them in a pint of milk or anything if they're on their own and stuff like that. And our motto in the business is look after your customers and your customers look after you, and it's been serving us well for 20 years. But we also we did a small pickup in period 10 of 23 catalogues. We get £413 worth of orders, and that's £17 a catalogue. We've never had that, in 20 years in Clean Easy. We never had that. It's just amazing.
You must be the only person that apologises for doing high retail.
No, it was just a wee accident, that's all.
It's a wee accident.
Can I have an accident like that, Nick?
It's a wee accident.
Yeah, me.
It didn't happen by accident. I think what Kate's probably thinking along the lines of me is like, sometimes if you're brand new to the business, or you're new to building a customer base, or you're in a brand new area, and then you hear people saying, I accidentally did 3,000. That's years of working with these and building up relationships. And Kate did really look after her customers during the lockdown.
We did a small amount of blanket dropping.
Half loaf.
Yeah,
did a lot of work there.
We picked up about 20 new customers in period 10 as well, but the rest of it was all just customer base and some online. So that's all it was. So we could just end this training and say, like, everybody just go and have an accident in this period of 3,000. Well done, absolutely phenomenal. But I do get your point. And I know, and we've heard for you, we've heard how you've done it. Well done. 2.5 or over 2,000 last period. Robert, I know you're brand new. Fiona, I'll go back to Kate, can let me know. Fiona?
Yes.
Fiona, how are you?
Yes.
How did you do last period?
Yeah, we're all right. We did 1,006 last month. We were determined to get over that 1,000, so we did.
Well done.
Yeah.
I knew you did star 1,000, but I just realised I stole everybody's thunder when I told what they did before I announced them. So I'm a late learner. And just for people who don't know you, you work the business around your young boys.
Yeah, I've got three boys, 2 of whom are autistic. One isn't in school, so we're now homeschooling. So we're doing that around everything else. Yeah, so it's great. So he's got little legs and lots of energy, so he goes up and down the drives for me. It's fantastic. So he won't be going back to school. He's too useful.
I missed it because you up here, you jumped. He's a great wee helper, isn't he?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. So yeah, we've been doing quite a bit of blanket dropping in between our sort of customer base to infill. We had a lot of customers drop away at the beginning of Viva MK from our Clean Easy customer base. So we kind of got quite a rural area out here. So we got a long distance between a lot of our customers. So we just try to fill in the gaps really to make it more efficient.
Fill in the gaps.
So we've been doing that, and it's been a hard slog for about 2 or 3 months of continual blanket dropping. We had horrific heat and then we had pouring rain. But this month particularly, we're really seeing the results kick in. We're end of week 2 and we've already taken, I think it's £700 worth.
Well done, Fiona. That's fantastic. Well done. Been working hard for a few months on that customer base for blanket drops. So that's exciting news, because that's what we can expect from you people who are going to and getting on the blanket drops. Michael, can you hear us? Mike Bernier, is it just hi?
Yes,
Mike,
I can hear you.
I know you do really well every period. How did you do last period?
Last period, I think 660 or something.
You
But
normally do
that's
over
all
the
catalogues. I don't do online sales at the moment.
Well, that might change if I get a hold of you on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Hey,
as
so
I said,
you
I
usually do around
have four
Sorry.
sort of customer bases, but they're split around sort of various little local rural villages. So there's just over 100 catalogues each on them. Then I do 2 blanket drops, sort of in sort of a larger town each week. So I go on a 6-week cycle. So sometimes it's 1,000, sometimes it's 600 and something. So, but it's gradually building.
Normally higher. Sorry, it's because it's a photograph, it's put me off because I've been waiting to see his lips moving, so I keep talking over him. So I do apologise, but well done, Mike. I know that you're up there with the retail every period. So well done, everybody. Thanks for a great meeting tonight. I'm going to pick somebody to close the meeting for me, and I'm going to pick Kate tonight. Did I pick you last week?
Not last week, maybe the previous week.
All right, then I'll pick somebody else then.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll pick Mary, since you've got a new sponsor in today. If she fell asleep, you've got to finish the meeting, close the meeting for us really positively, and we'll see everybody next Wednesday.
All right, well, it's a great meeting. Nice to hear everybody and see everybody. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll catch up with you all next week. Keep working hard. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you all next
Bye.
week.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys. See you next week.